Hey everybody, how's it going today? Happy pre-weekend to you. Today's video I want to talk about, it really kind of goes to veterans more than anybody, but pleased to have anybody watch if they want. At least part of the video is geared towards veterans. I don't know about most of you guys out there, guys and gals out there that are vets, but in Texas, we can have veteran printed on our driver's license and CHL, or license to carry ID. So in Texas, and I don't know if the driver's license offices are even open right now. I mean, assuming they are. I haven't even been to one in a few years, but in Texas, when I did this about 10, 15 years ago, you take your DD-214 in with you next time you renew, and then present that to them, and then they just match it up with different records and such, and next thing you know, you get your you get veteran printed on your driver's license like mine. See right there? And this helps you. Used to, we always had to carry around our DD-214 for like proof of military service, for like veterans discounts and things of that nature, but this way you can actually just present your driver's license and it's all good. It's way less of a hassle. And it also, believe it or not, helps with, at least it helps me with, traffic stops and such. If I'm ever stopped. Since I've had veteran put on my driver's license, I've probably been stopped 10 times and I've never received a citation. And I'm kind of guessing there, but I'm thinking probably it's at least 8 to 10 times I've been stopped. And of course, I was respectful to them, of course, but I think it's it's a common courtesy to vets that, for most law enforcement officers, as long as you're not doing something really insane, typical speeding violations and such, you're probably going to be let go with a warning, and that's been the case for me ever since I got that, put on my driver's license. So it's a big deal, I think, to have that. And plus, if things ever get hairy, and I'm assuming they probably will in some areas, I think being able to identify yourself as a veteran will probably go a long way as well in that regard. So, something to think about doing. I know a lot of vets I talk to don't even know about this, and I think it's a great thing to have, for identification purposes and proof of service. You never know, if it ever comes down to deputizing people and veterans, it'd be nice to have that on your ID. So, it's a quick method of proving that you are who you are and you did what you did. So, God, let's hope it doesn't come down to that, but it very well could, I think, in some jurisdictions. So anyway, get veteran put on your driver's license and your license to carry, for whatever state you're in. Do some checking maybe and see if your state offers that. I bet you most of them do. The second thing I wanted to talk about, folks, today is just ammunition. I know that it's been beaten to a bloody pulp the last few months. As far as ammunition goes, believe it or not, you can still buy ammunition out there, and you can buy in bulk too. I have the AR and the AK platforms both, and I've been able to find quite a bit of 7.62 by 39 on top of what I already had, and even some 9mm and 223. Now the 9mm and 223 is, it's all steel case stuff, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers at this point, and I've already got a bunch of brass 9mm and obviously a bunch of 223, 5.56. This stuff I got in bulk recently is sort of just big time reserve, and possibly even for selling to certain people should they need it later on down the road. I haven't come to that point obviously yet, but I wanted to have a stash that I had options to make a move with if it came down to that. So anyway, just kind of a future planning, prepping type thing. You know, if that ever happens, I guess, you know, one day when I die, there'll be plenty of ammunition for everybody in the family. So, nevertheless, I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of what I'm talking about. And again, this is just stuff that's totally in reserve, and I have not, you know, have no plans to fire it. All my other personal stuff is set to the side. And anyway, here's what I got to show you guys. So this here is was bought off the shelf at a big box store, and this is obviously 7.62 by 39. It's about 5,000 rounds complete, and this is 1,000 of 223. And again, it's all steel, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And this is some steel Wolf 9mm. And I got some brass 45 here, you know, just for kicks. I got plenty, but I got a few extra 100 rounds just again, just for kicks. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you guys that stash. And you know, hopefully it never comes to that, but you never know. It very well might as well. So this stuff was all bought recently. It wasn't cheap. The 7.62 by 39 was actually very cheap. Not cheap, but certainly cheaper than you would expect to pay, and especially for it being on the shelf. I think I ended up paying about 27.5 cents a round for those 7.62 by 39s. They're steel case. There's nothing special about them, but you know, my AKs love the cheap stuff. It chews it up, spits it out. So I'm sure it'll be fine in SKSs or AK-47 platforms. So I would keep hunting it up if I were you guys. It's still up in the air, I think, what's going to happen with the election. Man, it's just so up and down, topsy-turvy. It's a roller coaster ride every day. So I would encourage everybody to not take your foot off the gas. Keep prepping, get these last things you need, fill the holes, keep grabbing ammunition. Shotgun shells, don't forget those. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how much you need to have, but you need to be comfortable. And, you know, don't take your foot off the gas. Keep the pedal down. So with that, I wish everybody a great Thursday evening, and maybe do one tomorrow for you. Long live the Republic.